Hello, I'm Nathan Judah, that is Mr. Liam Keenan. For the final time this season, it's our post-match analysis video. Wolverhampton Wanderers won, Brentford won. They stopped the rot, Liam. They were going to this game with 3 defeats in a row, but thankfully they got a point today. They finished 16th in the table. Not what they wanted to do. They started the day in 14th, but overall it's been a successful season from December.
Yes, in context, it's been a successful season for Vitor Pereira and for a lot of these players. Wolves were heading in one direction, and that was down. They were hurting towards relegation. Vitor's come in, they made some additions in January, and we're in a position now where the final day of the season was relatively relaxed. Performance-wise was mixed. Much better the second half, I felt. Maybe still not as clinical or as good going forward as they should have been in previous weeks, but a fantastic goal against the equaliser, and Wolves are probably just about good value for a point, really. And I think phrasing it as stopping the rot and is quite important. Not ending the season with 4 straight defeats, I think, is really key. So hopefully they can take that into the summer, and it's going to be a big one.
It's a huge one for them. Look, in terms of this game, and we were at Crystal Palace on Tuesday night, and it was awful on Tuesday night. Mistakes galore, and it was a bad mistake, really, that led to Brentford's only goal of the game.
Yeah, and it was just before that there was a mistake as well. I mean, Totti had made an error, Kevin Schade had a shot, and that was saved. And Sarr's got the ball in his hands, rolls out to Aït-Nouri, and just makes a complete hash of it. Exchanges a pass with Cunha. Cunha's pass back into him isn't great, but he does control it, and he does then turn into trouble.
So for
me, it's more on Aït-Nouri than it is Cunha. That's Vitor going past now. Look, waving at. There we go. He loves it. Get him on the pitch.
Vitor, come and do the video. Come and do the video now. Post-match analysis.
Get on here, come on.
We've just said you've done a great job. For a drink afterwards. I look forward to it. See you soon.
Care.
Have a good holiday.
Thanks, Luis.
We'll be.
Both.
Red wine from Douro Valley. Beautiful. Amazing. The best. We'll see you soon in pre-season. Take care.
Cheers, guys.
Good holiday.
I don't know if that's all going to stay in. Is that all going to stay in?
I don't know. We'll have to see. That was Vitor Pereira, by the way. If I do finish that in. Anyway, we'll hopefully go to pre-season if we get sponsorship. We'll have to see how it goes.
I mean, with the goal with Aït-Nouri, it's an error. It's a mistake. And then Brentford get a tiny little bit of luck. I mean, this has a shot blocked, it falls back to Norgard, and it's an easy pass into Mbeumo for a tap-in. But it was frustrating, really, because I thought Wolves had a decent enough 10 minutes, looked after the ball really well. I thought João Gomes was excellent today and had a really good start to the game. And then as soon as the mistakes started to creep in, there was a couple, as I say, before the Aït-Nouri situation of the goal, a couple that crept in, which they have done, as you mentioned, with Palace and other games recently. Mistakes have crept into their game, and they never really recovered the rest of the first half, and they went 1-0 down within inside 20 minutes. So the rest of the half was wasted, and they had to come out much better in the second. Without being, excellent, I thought they were definitely better in that second half.
Definitely better, but it needed some kind of impetus, some kind of moment of quality, just to get the stadium into life, because it was quiet. It was quiet all afternoon, really. And my word, I mean, look, it was very much a Route 1 situation. Agbadou into Jorgen Strand-Larsen, look, only on the pitch for a matter of minutes, shows how important he was. I mean, Wolves were playing with 10 at times, sorry Gonzalo Guedes. but
not wrong.
With Strand-Larsen coming on the pitch, it gives them impetus, it makes them look more threatening, knocked down, and my goodness, I mean, look, the fans are quite frustrated with Marshall Monetti's finishing this season, and we know how good his work rate is, but if he's going to have a hit the back of the net and do it in style in front of the South Bank, I mean, it was incredible. Look, probably not goal this season, but I tell you what, it would have made the highlight reel.
100% would have made the highlight reel. Same as what you've just said. Initially, I've got to give some credit to Larson. It's a brilliant flick on it.
Yeah, beautiful. He does that so well, so effortlessly.
Conceptually, it's very simple to do that. But it's not easy to actually pull that off physically. Great leap, great flick on, and that just sets it up perfectly for Monetti, who, by the way, as we always say, it never stops running, constantly running, makes runs, attacking runs, and all of a sudden he's back on Wolves' 6-yard box defending. And he did that tirelessly again today, and he makes that brilliant run. It just lands and sits perfectly for him. And my God, what a strike!
Oh my God! I mean, it's the dream strike.
Yeah, and I spoke to him. I interviewed him downstairs afterwards, and
you did?
yeah. I said Nathan sends his best. He said,
"Oh, good. Who? Who's that guy?"
And when he was talking about the moment he sort of struck it, and he's like, it's that moment when you've hit it.
Clean, beautiful.
You've caught it well. You've caught it really nicely. Yeah. Beautiful goal, brilliant finish, and I love the celebrations as well. And I'm pleased that we'll talk about it more in the poddy, which we're going to record after this. But I'm really pleased for him personally, and a player that has come into a little bit of stick. Sometimes fairly, sometimes I think unfairly.
Yeah, but look, I mean, when you look at, of course, Agbadou is the one who's going to hit the headlines for his transfer in January. But I tell you what, and Vitor said many times, Marshall Monetzi, what he's done since he's been here has been incredible. And really, it is his work rate, his off-the-ball work. But to get a goal like that, and the final strike here this season, I think is very, very important, and will stand him in good stead going into next year. Look, and then all of a sudden, different game. Crowd comes alive. Yeah. There's a few half chances. Cunha's got a couple. Wasn't at the races himself, really. But Wolves could have won it in the end. But I think 1-1 was a fair result. I think they would have taken that. I know they dropped a couple of places in the league, but to finish this season with a draw going into the summer, I think we'll all take that, really.
Yeah, I think just
against a side that had chance of getting into Europe, by the way,
and a good side, Brentford. They really are. I don't think Brentford actually at their best today either, by any means. But and that was frustrating with giving them that goal and just giving them. Vitor spoke on Tuesday about giving gifts, and that's exactly what Wolves did. But look, Wolves not the side about their best. It wasn't the best game to watch, I don't think. However, as you say, Wolves get that equaliser. The crowd comes alive, the game comes alive, and Wolves were the better team. They finished the team stronger, and were able to give Tom King a little a little moment
Kingy,
as well.
Premier League keeper.
Yeah, fair play to him. So I think with that, the game in context and as a whole, a point was probably about right. And it was important just not to lose it. I think to avoid defeat and go into the summer with the fans having had that moment and Marshall Monetzi's goal, and now you focus on making sure this team, a cohesive unit of a team, is competitive and strong going into next season, because they could do something under Vitor, but they've got to have the tools to do it.
They do, absolutely. And they're going to have to invest as well, which is very, very important. Look, we're going to talk about the scenes after full time, I think, a little bit more in depth in the podcast. But the likes of Mateus Cunha, the likes of Nelson Semedo, it did seem like it was a farewell.
It did. I think Semedo was a bit emotional out there.
Totes emotion.
Yeah, totes emotion. We were expecting Sarabia to go with his contract being up. Semedo, obviously, he's still got that decision to make, but we've always said all along that it's more likely he's going to go than not. I mean, to be really honest, the main reason he hasn't made that decision yet is because the offer from Wolves is too good. It's so good and very generous.
I'll take it.
I'll definitely take it. He's got to at least consider it. And then with Cunha, very sort of, I think he was a little bit unsure about what to do. He stuck around towards the back end of the group.
Nervous, wasn't he?
Wasn't really sure what to do. Then had a moment with the South Bank, and then João Gomes was trying to push him a bit further and a bit closer. Had that moment where he was like, right,
okay,
thanks.
It wasn't as euphoric as probably he would have had a couple of months ago. But look, that's what's happened, and that's part of Mateus Cunha's doing. We all know he's a world-class striker. We all know that he will be moving on, and good luck to him. He's scored some important goals this season. People haven't forgot that, and there's a lot of people there, I think, in the South Bank and wanting to say thank you and fair play. And we want to say thank you to you guys for watching all these videos this season, because there's been quite a few of them from pre-season in, where did we go? Marbella. It started off
Marbella and Miami.
Marbella and Miami until here. So yes, for the last time this season, it is finished. Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Brentford 1. For all the post-match reaction, make sure you log on to expressionstar.com.